My name is Jenna and today I'm doing my December wrap up and my January TBR. That's because it's January. It's the new year. It's 2017. Whoop whoop. So before I get started, I just wanted to do a little bit of a in-review sort of thing because obviously I didn't do one on this channel. I didn't really have any plans to do one because I hadn't created any bookish resolutions. And I'm thinking about doing some this year. I probably won't be sharing them on camera. They're going to be more just for me. But because of that, I didn't do a year in review video. But I will say that I completed my Goodreads goal. So my Goodreads challenge was to read 52 books in the year 2016 and I ended up reading 56 books, which considering I fell into a lot of slumps during the year and this was sort of the first year of me getting back into reading after a massive hiatus, I'm pretty happy with that. In saying that though, I only managed to read 2 books in December thanks to work and the holiday season, so I'm just going to share with you guys what books I actually did end up reading. So the first book that I read in December was Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare. I ended up giving this one a 3 out of 5 stars. I was pretty disappointed with it if I'm being perfectly honest. I think the fact that it had been hyped up so much for me, like I know that for most people the Infernal Devices is their favourite trilogy over the Mortal Instruments series, so I went into this book expecting it to be like amazing and I really struggled to get through it. I mean, I was really not enjoying it. I didn't particularly like the characters. The only character I actually like is Jem. Not a fan of Will Herondale, like in the slightest. I don't care what any of you people say. Maybe he gets better, maybe he doesn't. But as of this moment, exactly right now, I am not a Will Herondale fan at all. I'm also not Tessa's biggest fan either. I thought that she sort of strayed into the Mary Sue territory kind of a lot because she was very much exactly a carbon copy of Clary. You know, Clary in the Mortal Instruments, oh, I'm a shadow hunter. Tessa in this series, oh, I'm a warlock. And I found that I'd already read this book before because I'd read City of Bones. I mean, I enjoyed reading the book. Like, I am glad that I've read it and I will be continuing on with this series, but I'm more continuing on with it because I want to read Lady Midnight and because I want to not get spoiled again if I reread the Mortal Instruments series, which I will be rereading them at some point this year. So for that reason, I could only give this one a 3 out of 5 stars. The second and final book that I read in December was Rebellion by Cass Morgan. This one, I gave this one 5 out of 5 stars. This is the 4th and probably final book in the 100 series. I'm not really sure about that though because I thought that Homecoming was going to be the final book in the series and then we got a new one. But honestly, it was so lovely to get to spend time with these characters again, to get to see this world again. Obviously, I'm a huge fan of the TV show, but watching the TV show and reading the books are two completely different things because they're not even remotely similar. They may share some character names and they may share some traits. Not going to go into too much of a summary for this book, mainly because of the fact that it's the 4th book in the series, but basically something happens to these characters and Clark and Bellamy have to learn how to lead again to get them back. I'm really not explaining it well, but honestly, just read this series. It's so So like I said, those are the only 2 books that I managed to read in December, so I didn't have the most fantastic reading month to finish off the year, but I kind of expected that to happen because in December and January I work at my summer job and I'm working there pretty much every single day, plus I have holiday seasons, plus January is when my birthday is, so I just don't get heaps of time to read in these 2 months, which kind of sucks because it means that while I was lucky enough that I'd already finished my reading goal, it does mean that now in January I'm not going to be able to sort of get a great head start on my reading goal, which again is going to be 52 books. I just think that's a really nice goal for me to try and achieve. To start off with this year though, my very first read of 2017 is going to be Illuminated by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. I actually did a tweet in December after I finished Rebellion asking all of my bookish friends to recommend me a book to read and a lot of them were all sort of like, yes, read Illuminate. So I started it. I'm like 100 pages in. Oh my goodness, this book is so good. Like, you were completely correct. This book is amazing and it's told in such a unique format. I'm really enjoying it. The parts that I've read so far, it's such a unique concept. It's so different the way that it's sort of coming all about and I'm loving reading it. I'm loving learning more about these characters. I'm so curious as to what's going to happen in the end. I need to know. I've got some theories, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be completely wrong with all of them. But I'm really enjoying this book and I'm really glad that it's my first read of 2017. The second book that I want to read in January, I don't have a physical copy of because it does come out this month, and that is Wayfarer by Alexandra Bracken. This this is the second and final book in the Passenger duology, and I am so freaking excited for it. Like, I cannot wait. I loved Passenger. Passenger was the first book I ever bought because of booktube. I saw Sasha Alsberg from A Book Utopia talking about it. I went out and bought it, read it, and that's kind of what made me want to be a booktuber. So I owe everything to that book. So I am so excited for Wayfarer. I cannot wait to see what these characters get up to, and I cannot wait to see how this series ends. The third and fourth books that I'm planning on reading in January are actually the second and third parts of a trilogy, because I am participating in the biannual Bibliothon again this January, and so I'm going to be reading the first book of the trilogy during that readathon, so I thought I would read the second and the third books as well. So the series that I'm talking about is the Fairy Walker series, and I'm talking about Shadow Spell and Siren Songs. This is the second and the third book in the series. These books are written by Jenna Black, and I don't know a whole lot about them. All I know is that I bought them when I was on my fairy kick, and I bought them because the author's name was Jenna. This is back in like high school, when all I cared about were fairies and people who have the same name as me. So there we go, those were the 2 books that I read in December and the 4 books that I am planning on reading in January. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below what books you read in December and what books you are planning on reading in January. I would love to know. I cannot believe it is 2017 already. I mean, Happy New Year, everyone. Not sure I said that at the beginning of the video. Mainly because this is not the first video that you're gonna see in 2017. This is probably my second video, I think, that you're gonna see, but Happy New Year anyway. If you like this video, be sure to give it a huge thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a thing. Stay random. Bye.